guys, welcome back to my channel, and in today's video I'm going to show you how to create this Coppery eye makeup look, and also I'm going to show you some highlight and contour that I do on my face because some of you like when I start the video from start to finish, so that's what I'm going to do right now. I hope all of you had a great New Year Eve, so without further ado, let's begin. The first thing that I always do is apply an eye base before I apply any eyeshadow, and I'm going to start with my Naturally Pretty palette by Nyx Cosmetics, and I'm going to use the shade Sunset because this will be my transition shade. Is a matte shade which I absolutely love. So this palette consists of all matte shades, which is very convenient because not a lot of you like shimmery shades, and most palettes has a lot of shimmery shades and they don't have matte shades. So this palette I love because it has those matte shades that we all love. So I put that on my crease, and then I'm gonna go ahead and grab the color Rapture by Nyx Cosmetics, and I'm gonna apply these right on my lid. I also have a coupon code. It's a referral code, so when you sign up on the website with your email to get cash back for the products, you can put my code Kamilabravo to get free shipping on your purchase. So then I just apply this Coppery shade right on my lid, and I'm going to blend it out with the 221 brush by MAC. And I absolutely love this brush because it's just really a really precise brush, and it lets me blend those two colors without, you know, mixing all of them or like making this shade go above my crease or anything like that. Then I'm gonna grab this shade Mystical, and I'm gonna apply these right on the center of my lid. And this is just a very nice trick for you to do on your own eye makeup, because what it does is just like accentuates your eye color, and it gives you like a pop of color in the center of your lid. And then I'm just gonna blend it out with that 221 brush again, and then I'm gonna grab the color Pearl by Nyx Cosmetics, and I'm gonna illuminate right in the inner corner of my eye. And also I forgot to tell you that just make sure you put the colored Rapture that you put on your lid right on your lower lash line. Then I'm gonna grab these Precision brush by Nyx Cosmetics, and I'm just gonna draw a very nice tight liner right on your lash line, because this is going to help us hide the lashes that we'll be putting next. So I wasn't going for a dramatic liner or anything like that. I just wanted to hide those lashes that I will be putting next. And I did do a little bit of wing because I don't like to just not do a wing, just maybe like a tiny bit, just because it makes my eyes droopy or like sad. So that's why I always like to do just a little bit of a tip, like a wing, a little bit of a wing when I don't want too much eyeliner going on. Then I'm gonna apply these pencil on the waterline, black pencil on my waterline, and then I'm gonna grab the lashes from Hudabeauty lashes in the style Lana, and I really love these lashes. They're like the best when it comes to drama. And then I am going to apply this color corrector by LA Girl Cosmetics, and I'm going to apply these with my finger because it warms up the product, and I don't put too much on my face. So I'm just going to put a little bit because a little bit goes a long way. And then I'm going to use my Born This Way foundation by Toofaced, and I'm going to apply it with my Beauty Blender. And this is just going to basically cover up all that orange corrector that I put underneath my eye, which is going to cancel out my dark circles or any darkness that you have under your eye, any blue tones or purple tones underneath your eye. And then I am going to just blend it out before I go on to the highlight and contour step. So just make sure you take your time and just blend. Then I am going to grab the Highlight and Contour Kit by Nyx Cosmetics from the Modest Mavines in the shade Fire. And then I am going to start highlighting right underneath my eyes. And as you guys can see, I bring the highlight all the way to my mouth. I try to do something a little bit more different, a little bit more dramatic. And then I'm just going to apply these right down the bridge of my nose and create like a palm tree right in the center of my forehead, because I'm going to illuminate the area to make it come forward. And then I'm going to do the same thing on my other eye. So I'm going to put the highlighter shade right underneath my eyes to just illuminate that area and make that come forward. And then I'm going to apply a little bit underneath that natural contour, and then I'm going to apply that on my Cupid's bow and right underneath my chin. Oh my god, that sounded like from somewhere else. Okay, so then I'm going to move on to the to the contour shade, and I'm going to apply these right where my natural contour is, from the ear down my mouth. But like right, I like to put that contour right, like right in the middle of the eye. You want to stop right in the middle of the eye where the natural contour is. You don't want to bring it all the way to the mouth. That's just how I like to do it. And then I am going to do that in the other side as well, and I'm going to create like a C shape from the forehead all the way to the ear, down the mouth. And then I'm going to apply a little bit all around my mouth, just because when I put the gloss and the lipstick and all of that, it's gonna create the appearance of like fuller lips. And also I just put the contour shade right on the sides of my forehead, just because I don't have a big forehead, so I don't need to make it too small, too narrow. So I'm just gonna put it right on those areas, and then a little bit on the nose, as you saw, right on the bridge of my nose. And then I'm gonna start blending out everything with my beauty blender. So you just have to blend, blend, blend. And yeah, just take your time with these steps. Just make sure there's no lines left on the face and everything looks nice and blended. And yeah, so it's time to just blend your life away, and just make sure you take your time. And what I like to do is just damp my beauty blender and grab like a towel and take off the excess of the water, just to make sure that the sponge feels like it's wet dry, if that makes sense. So now it's time to set everything, and here's some behind the scenes before we move on to the setting powder. So my husband was passing me the sponge to do my baking, and then I'm using the Shiseido loose powder, translucent loose powder, and I like this powder because it doesn't have any color in it. So what it does is just sets, and it doesn't change the color of the highlight product that I put underneath my eyes. And that's the whole point of setting your highlight with a different powder from your overall face. So here I'm just using a little bit right to accentuate that contour area, and also a little bit on the sides of my mouth to just make sure everything lasts longer in that area and it doesn't melt and it doesn't crack, because sometimes when we don't set too well, the warmth of our face and also the warmth of us doing just regular face expressions, what it does, it just cracks the makeup. So this is gonna help just last longer, last all day, and not crack, if that makes sense. Okay, so now I'm moving on to how to set the rest of the face. I use the Mineralize Skin Finish powder by MAC, and this powder has color in it. I'm using the color Medium Plus, and this is the shade that I'm gonna use to set my contour areas. You can also set it with bronzer, but just make sure that the bronzer will make those contour areas more accentuated. And I'm not trying to accentuate it anymore, because already the product that I use is already dark, so I don't need to accentuate it. I just need to set it. So this is just a little tip and trick that I'm giving you guys. So if you are planning to do a little bit of contour and highlight, you know how to set your contour and your highlight products and around your face. And then I'm just taking off that loose powder, and look, voila, everything is well set. And now we move on to the bottom lashes of my eyes. I love to use the telescopic mascara by L'Oreal because it just gives me the perfect fake lowered lashes. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and put a little bit more of that pearl shadow from Modus right on the inner corner. And then I'm grabbing the highlighter Grace by Gerard Cosmetics, and I'm gonna apply these right on my cheekbones to just accentuate them and highlight them. And then I'm just gonna grab a smaller brush to just do that on the bridge of my nose and also on my cupid's bow. Alright, so let's move on to the lips. I'm grabbing a Stripdown pencil by MAC, and I'm gonna put this all over my lips. And this is the perfect lip liner to do nude lips. This is my go-to. I love these pencils so much. It's like the perfect brownie but light nude lip pencil. And then what I'm going to grab next is the soft matte lip cream by NYX Cosmetics in the color Sierra or Chiaro, I guess. I don't know how to pronounce it. Maybe it's Chiaro, maybe it's Sierra, but I'll list it down below so you know which one I'm talking about. And then I am adding Sugar Pie Lip Gloss by NYX Cosmetics as well to top it off to make the perfect nude lip. It's not super nude, but it's nude. Like, it's not white that it blends in with all your, you know, with all your face and everything. No, it's just a perfect nude lip combo that I think works for me all the time when I do smoky eyes. So here it is. Here's the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Please don't forget to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you guys on my next video. Don't forget to leave me some comments below to let me know what you thought of this look. Bye!